This is Dabu7. We now have word that the White House has entered lockdown procedures. What they're stating here is that the surrounding areas are going to go into lockdown starting Monday, and that they're going to have National Guard in all the surrounding area, about 250 members. They're going to build a non-scalable fence around the White House and the area around Lafayette Square. See Jeff Bennett tweeting this out right here. White House on lockdown, federal law enforcement telling NBC that this is what's going into motion. So with all the plans and all the talk of them trying to rush the White House or to run Trump out and all this other stuff, we'll see what happens if they attempt it or not, but they're going to face some stiff opposition this time, not just a handful of Secret Service. There's going to be a big fence and plenty of troops and everything else. So I'm sure there's going to be skirmishes and fights on the perimeter. I'll continue to update as we get more info, but this is going to be a pretty hectic week, I'm sure, because they've already ruled in Pennsylvania that they can take days to finish counting, which means whatever that they call on the night of election night, it's not going to be truly official until everything is in. So this could carry on for many nights. I'm going to be covering this maybe every night over on DLive, but Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for sure, 9 p.m. Eastern. Make sure to join us. We'll have all the coverage over here. Links below in the description box. Much love, y'all.
All right, Shalom. First thing and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory, honor is due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Harakwadash. Double honors to the elders, the apostles of Great Millstone. Blessings and salutations into the hopeful elect. Noise in the gospel broad, lifting up the standard of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, wherever it may be. Just the Aki Mahalaya, coming back with another lesson through the Spirit. Power Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. What's well as edifying. What you was listening to was a snippet by this guy by the name of Dabu7. Dabu is I won't say I guess you could say a doomsday forecast, because he goes into current events and some economical woes, and he goes into a lot of political stuff, which is actually some good information, for the man of the Lord to filter through the scriptures. So yeah, Dabu, he puts out good information, but he was basically going into how this lockdown and how this election is going to cause a lot of turmoil around the country. And we've been seeing it for months, weeks, days of the coming election, and how people's tensions and their spirits are rousing up towards this government. And on top of that, we are in the middle of what they call a pandemic. So it's just basically a pop top it's a hot top ready to pop any day, because for the simple fact, shit, we're just living in those times, and this is the time that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, they prophesied through the prophets. Okay, so tensions, racial tensions, race riots, looting, all sorts of just tyranny, from government corruption to scandals to everything, to the economic collapse, which is going to bring about a digital-based system, which, brothers, sooner or later we're going to have to walk away from our very lives that we once, I won't say hold dear, because the scriptures say the elect love not their life into death, because honestly, man, this life is just, it's a sham, it's nothing to be proud or joyful about, but that's just us, because we're in that contrite spirit versus the rest of the world. They don't understand the ways of life, so therefore they live as the dead. But nonetheless, man, these prophecies, they're coming to pass, and hey, this week, like he said, it could be very volatile. We don't know. So, hey, brothers, you go to these jobs or you live around these Edomites, it's best to kind of just stay out the way and just kind of peep scene, because tomorrow night is going to be a lot of rioting and a lot of chaos. We're not saying they're going to send the troops down your block, you know what I'm saying? But eventually, things will get that hectic, because for the simple fact, this election, the tension that it's going to cause, and on top of that, they're talking about a second shutdown. So that's going to set the military up. That's going to justify setting the military up to police the ground, so to speak. So you don't want to get caught up in that. But anyway, this is the book of 2nd Esdras, the 15th chapter. And I'm going to start at 1. It says, Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy which I will put in thy mouth, says Yahweh. All right, and this is the words we're speaking. The Most High is putting his words in our mouths to foretell the very downfall of America, because what you're witnessing is the fall of Babylon the Great. Okay, you're witnessing the fall of America, and this is why things are all out of order, all out of whack. The weather's jacked up. The people are in evil spirits, demonic spirits like that. Day Halloween 2 days ago, like, I didn't go out nowhere. I think I went to the store to get some food, man, but other than that, you ain't really seen anybody out. And not that I was looking, but it wasn't too many people out, unless they was at a park or something. But nonetheless, the spirit of mirth is dying out in Babylon, and you got a lot of people that don't really see that coming. That's why it's going to be as a thief in the night. But it says it calls them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. So we're going into these different elections, these presidential debates, these riots, these purges. The scriptures predicted these things. All right, and you got to have in your mindset, you so-called Negro, Hispanic, and Native American, which are the Israelites that the Bible speaks about. You got to have in your mind that if this is something you're ready to go through, you know, if this is something you're willing to sacrifice your life and your livelihood for, to serve Yahweh Shai. Because a lot of jakes, man, they come into the truth. You know, they talk good game, but a lot of them, you see what doctrines they're pushing. A lot of jakes are avoiding the mark of the beast prophecy. Why? Because ultimately, they don't want to have to deal with it when it comes. So therefore, they just rather not teach it. And that's definitely not the spirit to be in. Especially when the scriptures say that you're supposed to be a watchman into the nation of Israel. You're supposed to warn our people of the coming dangers, man. And this is why he told Esdras, he says, it calls them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Okay, meaning that they're going to come to pass, and it's the truth. Okay? So, hey, you guys out there, man, that's still teaching against the prophecies, you can get your act together. Because if not, man, hey, the doors of mercy is shutting quick. You know? The Lord is making a final calling to the people. If you choose to get on ship, then, hey, beautiful. If the Lord didn't impart this to your understanding, then just continue to do what you're going to do. We're not going to force you into doing anything that's that's righteous for the Lord, because if the Lord ain't put it on your spirit to serve him, then, you know, that's really not our problem at that point. But anyway, it says, fear not the imaginations against thee, and let not the incredulity of them that trouble thee speak against thee. So we're not going to let the disbelief, the fact that you people think we're lying, you think that we're just crazy men, you know, you think that we're just out there making a bunch of noise, racketeering, all because, you know, you feel some type of way about the truth. We're not going to let that stop us. Because like a brother broke down beautifully, he said we got a lot of secret hatred out here. And if these people can really put us down, they'll do it. And there's going to come a time that they're going to try to do it, but the Lord is going to be with us. Going to raise up that standard. You know, and that's, you know, what brothers are patiently waiting on. When brothers get that spiritual power, because we're going to need it. But it says, for all the unfaithful should die in their unfaithfulness. All right? So all you people that don't believe, you're going to be destroyed. And it just said it right here. All the unfaithful should die in their unfaithfulness, man. So, brothers, that be your women, your parents, it could be anybody that the Lord didn't choose to get this understanding. So, you're going to have to really man up in the spirit, because, hey, that child you love so much might not be of the elect. And it can very well be of the elect. It can. You know, like my child, she might not be of the elect. That's a hard pill I have to face in that day if she end up being a casualty out here. You know, I hope that's not the case, but in some instances, it's looking like the case, you know, and I'm not proud to say that, but it is what it is. You know, same thing with our women and shit. You women, hey, you can love her all day, but hey, if the Lord got fault with her, he won't save her. Especially if she wasn't listening and getting out of line under your rule. There's only so much the Lord gonna allow, you know. So the Lord may take that woman from you in the midst of the siege. But you're going to have to man up and deal with it and really think about why. But other than that, expect bad things to happen. Like they keep hitting at a dark winter. They keep saying dark winter, dark winter, dark winter. You know, what do they mean by that? And, you know, we know what they mean. We know that that was a simulation that was conducted back in 2001. A case of a situation that's similar to the current, as the situation we're going through now with this pandemic. You know, and so funny that the simulation they did back in 2001 was along the same line, same thing. You know, hitting at a future date, you know, 2020. So we see what he is trying to do. We seeing that he's gearing up to make his move. And hey, the winter would be the best time because hey, that proves his devilish nature. Okay. Anyway, verses 5, it says, "Behold, says the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, the famine, death, and destruction." Okay, the sword being the riots, the military, the troops, you know, the missiles, the different wars. That's the sword. Okay, famine, food shortages. You know, famine of the word. Like technically, we're in a partial famine right now. It's a shortage on certain goods and foods and so forth. It's a shortage on these things, man. You know, that's why the price of things are going up. Like the price of eggs, cheese, milk, butter, those things are actually increasing, you know, because hey, they're getting ready to see a collapse, and we're in the middle of what you call a reset. You know, it says sword, famine, death, and destruction. So the Lord is going to bring death out here. You know, people are going to be dying in these riots, these class riots. You know, when the martial law troops start kicking in doors, you know, detaining folks against their will. A lot of people are going to be casualties in these FEMA camps. You know, a lot of people are going to be perishing for the famine, for the food shortages out here, from not having food to eat, readily accessible. People are going to, you know, start resorting to cannibalism. You know, and then the solution, 9 times out of 10, would be the chip, the RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast. You know, and it's going to be so bad out here to the point that people are going to want to take the chip. So therefore, they have to make their moves relatively sooner than later. That means they got to start now, you know, making things that bad so they can be justified on bringing in a chip. Because I don't think they really found out on how they're going to get people to get it per se, but they know they have to bring a horrific event to make people beg for the chip. Because people ain't going to allow you to put chips in. People just not going to allow you to detain them, man. People ain't just going to allow you to stick a chip at them at gunpoint. People will willingly die before they get that. So they going to have to find a way how to do that sorcery to get in people's minds. Same thing with the COVID. You know, they've already gotten into people's mind about wearing these masks. And people, they're wearing masks now. And some people are not. But for the most part, the 99% out here that don't believe in anything, they're just goyim, they're wearing the mask every single day. They're even wearing it inside their vehicles. So that meaning they created the situation to allow that. So, hey, just take it a step further. People will take the chip, man. But like I said, you're going to have to make a situation. People just ain't going to willingly go to a detention center and get chipped unless you create some type of deplorable situation like a famine to the point that people are literally just dropping dead from starvation. That's the only how people will go down there and get chipped willingly, man. And when you threaten to take their children from them. You know, and it says here, for wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and therefore their hurtful works are fulfilled. That's right. You know, you got undesirables out here. You know, the hurtful works, they're shutting down videos. Like, they took down one of my camp videos, man. You know, like, it wasn't even labeled nothing, but the fact that they filtered so hard through my videos, they took them down. Which proves that they have a personal hatred for the men of the Lord in this province. Which shows brothers got to be on their P's and Q's, man, because when they come for us here, they going to come for us, man. Especially since we're not a bigger camp, they going to feel they got the advantage. But that's when the Most High is going to do a mighty work through us, man. I believe that, you know, because the scripture said, be more with us than with them. It says, therefore, thus says the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more touching their wickedness. All right? It says, which they profanely commit, which you committed without fear. You see it and you do it and you have no remorse for it, man. You know, it says, neither would I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Okay? But behold, the innocent and righteous blood cried unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. That's us. When we're complaining about things that the people are doing, it says the souls of the just. So we're complaining about this. We're complaining about the hell that you Edomites are putting on our people. We're complaining about the hell our people are putting on each other. You know, we complain about the hell you women are putting on us, man, because you women put holy hell on a man. Holy hell. To the point, man, it's to the point like, wow. You know? But it says, therefore, thus says the Lord, I will surely avenge them, and I will receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. Alright, so the Jake's bloods that you're shedding, you're killing, you know, like you have no, like it's no tomorrow. And the Most High remembers all these things, man. Even when you kill 2/3 of Jake, guess what? They still the Lord's people. And and you still gonna have to pay for that. You know, like that guy George Floyd, even though he was a grimy Negro, all right, up to no good Negro, he's still a Israelite at the end of the day. And if he's really dead, then hey, Esau, you're gonna have to pay for that blood, man. Period. You know, because the Lord, you know, was the one that made his people wicked for a particular purpose. It's the reason why he did what he did. You know, George Floyd didn't have no control over being a grimy nigga, but at the end of the day, that's still his judgment for being a grimy nigga. All right, it says here, behold, my people are led as a flock to the slaughter, and I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt. But Egypt is America. Primary example, you got Jake going down there to vote, man. That's leading yourselves off of a clear sheet, man. You're basically like the pigs that committed suicide when Yahweh Shah cast legion on a fleet of swine and they ran violently off the herd, off the cliff. That's basically how you Jakes are committing suicide, man. All right, because you're basically voting for an evil that's subjected to put you in a worse situation than you in. All right, Biden or Trump or what's that, Kamala Harris, whatever her name is, these people have no remedy for you, man. These people have no remedy for you. They don't have no remedy to bound you up. Okay, your only remedy from them is slavery and destruction. You have no remedy, Jake. That's not their purpose to put you on top. Like you got this man Ice Cube talking about contract with Black America, man. For one thing, you ain't black, man. Second of all, why would they give you anything when you don't even know who you are? You know? Because what they could say is, well, we gave you guys $1,200. That's your reparations. Show you, man, you Negroes, you are not the top dog for Esau, man, when it comes to prosperity. They don't want you here. They don't want us here, man. Primary example, man. Hey, my job acting real funny towards us Jakes. They acting real funny, man. Real funny. You know? To the point they're justified on getting a class action against their ass. You know? If the Lord permits. But nonetheless, man, these they're hating on Jake. You know, but you got our people that want to be hand in hand with him. Like, what kind of sense does that even make? People hate your guts, man. You know? They hate your guts, but yeah, you want to fit in with their society. Like, how pathetic and unsaturated do you look? You know? Anyway, I'm going to go down to verses 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. Woe is destruction. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. One people should stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. And, you know, through the spirit, these protests and these riots, they're going to get, like, to the point, they're going to get off the rack, so to speak. They're not going to be staged anymore. It ain't going to be no peaceful protest, to the point people are going to just start shooting in the crowd. Like, they've been showing you, like, these protests been getting kind of violent. Cops been getting ran over. One guy got his damn arm blown off about a month ago. You know? And these protests going down there, you know, being stupid, you end up getting judged. You know? But these things are going to turn deadly to the point that people are going to be shooting at cops, military troops, and they're going to return fire. All right? Because that's all they've known. They saying, well, look, they shoot, you shoot. And you shoot to kill. The military is set up to kill, especially you Jakes. It says, for thus to be sedition among men, invading one another, and they should not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. All right? So people are going to start taking accounts in their hands. When they realize that this presidential debate was nothing but a joke, you know, it was nothing positive that can merit from it, people are going to start rioting. People are going to start going to each other's houses when they realize that they've been duped. When the food is scarce, when everybody loses their jobs, when people start getting evicted because they got that eviction memorandum in the system now. I believe to like the 31st of this month. 31st of this year, December. After that, they're going to start employing evictions on you people. You know, because a lot of you people, man, the money you got, you ain't been paying your rent. You know, you've been partying and shit. So therefore, hey, they just going to come and kick you out your house. It says a man should desire to go into a city and should not be able. For because of that pride, the city should be troubled, and the houses should be destroyed, and man afraid. And the man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy the house with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. You know, so that's the times we're living in, brothers, man. But anyway, I'm going to end it there. Giving all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Shai, Bashim, Kakodash. The ones of the elders, the apostles of GMS. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. And with that, Shalom, Baba.